thank you for your time. If you can please tell people a little bit about your business, what you do, and your role as well.
Yeah, sweet. So I'm the owner and director of Motivate Property Group. And so we help our clients, mainly FIFO, obviously being here in WA. We help them build investment property portfolios, finding the properties, doing the research, doing the finance, finding tenants, basically one-stop shop.
What's unique about you guys is you can do established and new builds, so the whole range.
When I started the company, what I wanted to do was be able to effectively offer all the different avenues of property investment. So for a lot of clients, we start with new properties, obviously from a tax point of view. Some clients will look at cash flow strategies where it's dual occupancies, multiple occupancies, renovations, extensions, type dwellings as well as developing subdivisions, the works. And really, it's a case of instead of trying to fit clients into a box, it's a case of what's going to be the best thing for them in their situation, helping them get to their goals faster. And I guess that was kind of the ethic of sort of, how this all came about. And
initially, what did you engage us for?
Yeah, so what I was looking to do at the beginning there was have someone that could be a social media expert and effectively help build the ads and handle all the marketing. I guess the main aim was trying to get as many qualified leads as possible to my sales team. And that's the main goal.
I guess before you started working with us, did you have any hesitations about, I know there's a lot of digital marketing companies out there, but did you have any hesitations about initially working with us?
Yeah, I did. So I'd actually been burned a couple of times in the sense of I was working with a company at the beginning where I guess values didn't really align overall. And there was a few things that kind of weren't really matching and aligning. Long story short, they ended up actually firing me as a client. A little bit too difficult. Then I went and approached one of the biggest digital marketing companies in Perth. And long story short, signed up to them. And they were absolute garbage. So I just it was very, very clear that I was just a very, very small fish to them. Like the service was crap. The their time frames, I guess what expectation they were giving me versus what was happening was not aligned at all. And so they were saying, "Yep, cool, you can have your ads up in 3 to 6 weeks." 8 weeks later, the ads still aren't up, and it's like I'm burning. Like there's 2 months, I'm burning money. So it was at the point where I was very hesitant to really kind of do anything further. Yeah. But it was also one of those things where I had to be really sure that I could trust the person I was working with, and that they could deliver. And this is one of the benefits of working with a very personalized, customer centric business like yourself, where your focus is on your product. All right. You're effectively, and this is where that bigger company I was working with, because they're focused on their product and their service, or their product per se. It was one of those things where it was kind of like, as a client, I had to kind of fit into that, or it didn't really work. Whereas for yourself, I feel like that the service is a lot more tailored to what we need, not what I need. And at the end of the day, I get better results. I'm happy.
How did you find us?
It was through Ali. So I was previously obviously working with Ali. Came through another kind of referral of mine, Eleanor Cap. Met Eleanor through there. She actually ended up becoming one of my clients, and then being when I reached out and started my own business, she was the first person I reached out to as someone who social media expert, kind of knows her stuff. And then she actually helped point me in the direction of Ali, and so was working with Ali, really, really good. But obviously, when he sold his business and decided to kind of quit, he highly recommended yourself, and so been with you I think for about 8 months now.
8 months,
6 to 8 months, around that. Look, things are great. I mean, it's one of these things where I've got so many different plates from spinning. I kind of need someone to sort of handle all the marketing for me, if that sort of makes sense. And it's I guess it's one of those things where like I just can't catch myself micromanaging every little part of the business. I've got to let the guys who know what they're doing just go. You know what I mean? So it's been really good in that sense that, having you where I can trust you to, I know you're doing the right thing, you're getting really good results. And I guess it's just one of those things where, it helps me a lot where I don't have to kind of think about the marketing side because it's handled.
Yeah, cheers. And talking about results, what's it been like in terms of lead costs or KPIs?
From our end, we are getting, more leads at a lower cost than we've ever had. which is
Yeah.
great. And
Yeah.
I think having being able to bounce things off yourself, off your team, and off obviously the copywriters and making sure that the ads, the hooks are really good. But I mean overall, our lead cost is a lot less than it's been. We're getting more leads than we've gotten, which just it's really good to be able to give my team the certainty that we're giving them enough leads and enough qualified leads for us to actually hit our targets and hit our goals of what we need to hit.
Yeah.
I mean, without leads, may as well close the doors.
In terms of sales for the past, we were working 8 months. How many sales have you gotten in the last 8 months since working with us?
8 months, I've got no idea. However, just in, let's say, the last 3 months, so from, let's say 4 months. So for 2023, we've done, I think, 14 deals in total. And out of those 14 deals, I think we've got about 500 leads out of that 14. So, really good.
Easy as, and I guess there's more leads in the pipeline as well that could convert down the line.
Definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And any other feedback or comments you have about our communication style or ideas coming towards you or the team?
I think the biggest thing that I really need and what works for what I'm trying to do is, having someone where, if I've got different ideas or my team's got different ideas and suggestions, being able to present them to you, and all of a sudden, it's either great idea or bad idea or whatever the case is. Again, going back with one of the first companies I was working with, it was one of those things where I would have an idea, or a suggestion. I'm not a marketing expert by any sense of the word, and they would just be like, "Yep, cool, sweet," and then just go and implement it. Didn't work at all. Terrible idea. But it was kind of like they were just sort of appeasing what I was doing. Which, at the end of the day, we want results. My ideas, I'm not I'm not driven by my ego and having to boss people around. It's more a case of, is this going to help us get more leads? Yes or no?
Yeah.
If it's not, let's not do it. Plain and simple. Whereas, having someone in the corner, it helps because then it's a case of it either works or it's not going to work. But having that kind of life feedback means that we're not, changing our process, losing money in the meantime to try things that might not want to work.
And I guess that's where it's also crucial, again, to come back to that two-way dialogue between the clients and us, just to make sure, because your ideas really are valuable because you're in the driver's seat all the time as well. So you know what's happening on the ground. And from the marketing point, we can kind of do the job we need to do. What would you say to anybody that's thinking about working with myself and Kick Marketing?
Look, I highly recommend, definitely. It's one of those things where having the right people, who know the front end, who know the marketing, and having them, I mean, again, it's one of those things where, sure, you can try to do it yourself. You're only going to burn money. You're not going to do it nearly as good as what you guys are doing. And just, with the results we're getting, it just allows me to not have to think about the marketing. I can focus on the other parts of the business that require my attention. So, I recommend it.
Easy. Awesome. Thank you for your time today, Corey.
Hey, man. All good.